Geez. Okay. Let's talk about
Let's talk about
something
your
else.
hat. New
Let's
hat.
talk
You
about.
like it?
Yeah, it's made it's called number one DC fan because the Joker movie trailer just came out, and boy does Joaquin Phoenix look like he's doing a great job.
Joaquin Phoenix looks like MC Ride in this trailer, which is good.
I don't know who that is, but okay.
It's the guy from Death Grips.
Oh,
he has that like weird body shape when his shirt is off, where he's like it's like his stomach is sucked in beneath his rib cage, which rib cage isn't, but not like Holocaust survivor, but like his ribs are too big for his torso.
Oh, okay. I gotta say, I wasn't expecting to see the Joker in tidy whities.
Yeah, I mean, this looks good. I'm excited for this movie.
Yeah, this is going to be
against
Scott
all
Silver's
odds.
Screenwriting.
I'm excited for this movie.
I've seen I have some friends who are just always have the opposite opinion of whatever I have, because I was really excited when I saw the trailer, and then someone like, "Hey, countdown to this shitty movie. I know it's going to be shit." I'm like, okay, sure.
This movie looks like it's going to be Kino.
I really hope that it's not terrible. It looks good. I have hope for it. I want it to be good. It looks like they're trying to make this good. So
if
I don't think a lot of people try to make it bad. I feel like people try to make good things, and then when there's
they're trying to make this something different, I guess is what I should say.
Which is why I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's very far from what you'd imagine like a standard Joker story to just be.
It looks like a lot of stuff in this trailer reminded me of two things. It reminded me obviously of the spits from Killing Joke, where it like flashbacks to all the different backstories that Joker remembers for himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also reminds me of
it's one continuous backstory though.
Yeah, well, I mean, but a lot of them had an underlying theme to them that was still like similar between them all.
It's all he had his it's one storyline.
Yeah, one bad day, right? That was the point.
Yeah,
right.
So it's not
but I forget which one it is, but there is a comic in which Joker starts listing. He's talking to No, I think it's when he's talking to Harley Quinn's what's her real name? Harley
Quinzel.
Quinzel. I think it's when he's talking to her in some other comic where he starts listing off potential answers to what his backstory is. Oh, maybe I was this or this, or maybe I was a failed magician, or maybe I just don't like people. It was something like that.
I think that's from Batman the Animated Series.
Maybe. I don't actually know. It's been a long ass time.
Yeah, well, because Harley Quinn was introduced in Batman the Animated Series. That's where she comes from.
Yeah, but I remember reading this in a comic.
Extra points to you for knowing that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Batman the Animated Series. I like it a lot.
Me too, Claude. I'm also
me too.
Listen,
God,
all right,
God, that pissed me off.
Yeah, it pissed you off for the. So here's the thing, right?
Reasonably angry at you for that.
James will get the most upset over the most minor things. Now, for context, people are probably like, "What the fuck's going on?" There's a point where James talked about Mark Hamill and Chucky. And I was like, "I'm surprised you care about him." He's like, "Why wouldn't I care about him?" I was like, "Well, I wouldn't imagine you've really watched anything he's done." And then he brought up Batman. I was like, I didn't think he'd watch that. The main reason I said that is because we've had conversations before about how he didn't really watch TV when he was a kid. So
there was a point in which I didn't watch TV as a kid. I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah, because he thought he wasn't allowed to watch TV for 2 years, or however long, right? But it's that's why almost anytime there's a TV show I bring up, you're like, I didn't see that. Anytime I talk about superheroes to you, you're like, I don't know anything about these superheroes. So with that combined, it's fair. I assumed it was fair to believe that James hadn't really watched that much of it. And he said the only Batman the Animated Series movie he saw was Mask of Phantasm, which he saw some random stuff.
I saw Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond, sorry. It was Mask of Phantasm.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so he hadn't seen that. And then he got the most upset at me thinking that he had not seen that. And I was at the Renaissance Festival, and I remember posting that, and I came back to chat 4 hours later and just saw the laundry list of him reading, not screening this time, of him reading about me not believing he watched it and him saying how wrong I was not. And the very last thing on his chain is I I got unreasonably angry at that.
Yeah, it was like 10, like I think it was like a couple of hours after I stopped. It was like, I got really angry at that. Maybe that was unreasonable. But I don't know, woof.
But is my rationale like, is that something you can be mad at? I feel like that's fair.
It's not. It's
Skyler?
not. It's not.
It wasn't an unreasonable
conclusion.
assumption. It wasn't an unreasonable assumption.
It's not an unreasonable assumption. But it's
Anyway.
like. But then my brain goes like, it was such a strong. The show in the Bruce Timm animation universe, if whatever you want to call it, going all the way down through Justice League and Batman Beyond and whatnot. And I know not all of those are Bruce Timm, but you know what I mean. Like just fucking like it was such a significant part of my like childhood like television.
Then why is it if you watched all those shows, then answer this part of it, because this is the part that confused me. Literally, anytime I talk about superheroes, you're like, I don't know shit about that.
Because you usually talk about stuff from comics. I never read the comics. I didn't have access to comics.
I'll even bring up characters, and you'll be like, "Who?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Well, yeah. Like what? Like, can you give me an example? Like,
there's been too many instances. I can't pull one specific one where it's like you didn't know this person.
Okay. Well, what chances are you're talking about like a specific moment, either from a comic or of a specific villain that I just don't know anything about. But I know about Justice League Unlimited, Batman Beyond, and so like I can pull different scenes from my head from those different shows. Like, remember when you find out who his name's not Hawkman, Warhawk. Warhawk is the son of Hawkgirl and the Green Lantern. Like that was a really cool moment. Oh, and then you also see old ass Static Shock. I remember watching Static Shock as a kid. Remember that time where his best friend gets fucking shot? Remember when they talk about that?
Remember that time when his best friend's dad is a racist?
Horribly racist? It's like, man, that's really fucked up.
Remember that time when his fucking best friend was super gay and had a bunch of gay rights stuff in it, and it was really supportive of the LGBT community?
I actually don't remember that at all.
Yeah, that was only in the comics.
Oh,
yeah, and Hot Streak was actually super racist.
Yeah, oof. Remember that time when Hot Streak and the black ink looking dude fucking combined? Ebon. Oh, that's such a good fucking name. Fuck, that's a good name.
eBombsworld.com.
No, Ebon as an ebony.
I know. That was, but it just sounded like that in my head.
Anyway, remember when they combined into a huge monster? It was like, oh no.
I remember that. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. Remember that time when fucking Terry from Batman Beyond fought a giant starfish that was
I know that you're
Superman?
trying to build a segue here. Yes. I know you're trying to build to a segue here, James, but I don't want to move on from the Joker yet because I didn't get to finish my sentence.
I wasn't building on I wasn't building on a segue at all. Actually, I was just being genuine. I wanted to talk about those things.
Okay,
but please go ahead and finish.
Please go ahead and finish your thoughts on the Joker. Gonna move on from the Joker because I want to talk because you know that Robert De Niro's in this, right? And a lot
I didn't. But that's cool.
He's in it, and he has a bunch of
Robert
shots.
De Niro plays Batman.
No, he plays a TV host in the trailer.
That's him.
Yeah,
he looks different.
He's old now. Yeah. And there's a lot of stuff in the trailer that actually reminded me of a movie that he was in the 70s called The King of Comedy. Which I think it might be straight up a reference to it, where basically it's a movie about a guy who's a stand-up comedian and he wants to be on TV and he constantly practices his stand-up routine in his basement to an imaginary TV host. And I think that might be what they're going for with like him doing stand-up in the movie too.
Maybe it's a secret sequel
to King of Comedy.
Yeah.
That would be really weird. And that's cool. Because that movie's really good. Yeah.
I'm really excited about this movie. I honestly I
think Joaquin Phoenix is a fantastic actor. So I'm pretty excited for this movie.
That is Robert De Niro, huh? Holy shit.
Yeah. Dude's old.
Dude is fucking old.
I'm happy he's in I'm happy he's in a movie where he's gonna try again.
Yeah. Do you think Jim Carrey's gonna try for the Sonic movie?